was on the other day with Nachiketa? KNFE, QFE, or whatever his name is.
Hey, stupid idiot. Oh, you piece of shit. Oh, you piece of shit.
You piece of shit. You piece of shit. Dumber than a bag of piece of shits.
Did you call me? I hear my name.
Yeah, and he's had a ton of people on his show. RV, QNFE.
Hey, don't use my name in the same sentence as RV, piece of shit.
I know you're just an interviewer, but that to me is like disgusting.
Hold on, you say disgusting? Jeez, you are doing all those disgusting debates on your channel with disgusting Globers. Jeez.
I can't imagine having people on my show as an interview.
Maybe you should ask your viewers what they think about the Globers on your channel.
Having an interview with them and then being, well, what do you know this? And then them mouthing off about people that I know and just letting them get away with it on my channel. Yeah, go ahead, say whatever you want.
That is called free speech, idiot. And why do you care what Nasikita do on his channel? Get lost.
Come on my channel and say Eric Dubé, or come on my channel and say Dave Weiss is a shill and he's an agent and all these. Wouldn't you fight back? Wouldn't you? But I guess you just want to have people on your channel to say whatever they want in order to get views. I guess that's it.
I'm not really sure if he care about the amount of views he get. You act like an immature crybaby, piece of shit. And saying my name in a negative way never goes without a rebuttal, piece of shit.
You made it sound like you're going to say the Earth is a globe.
I'm going to say that the Earth cannot be flat.
So it cannot be flat. So it must be a globe.
Get a half dome glass paperweight.
Half dome glass paperweight. Maybe you mean a half sphere. Because a half dome is a quarter of a sphere.
And it will show you that when you kind of put that above, put the stars down there, look from the bottom, and kind of start to turn it, and you'll notice that it creates two opposite twisty poles.
Oh, it creates two opposite twisty poles.
Right? And so it doesn't matter. There is no pole of this half dome. It's just, that's what it creates. So if we have something like that over us, which we do in the personal atmospheric dome, and could it act like a lens? Certainly seems like that's what they say it does.
So basically, this could happen when you visit Antarctica, according to yourself.
Yeah, I just don't really know. I would say that most of the evidence leads to a globe. I mean, to a dome.
Oh, was that a Freudian slip?
I think even the light rays or the shadows lead us to believe that there's some sort of dome there.
That's weird. How light and shadows can make you think there is a dome. Hey Jeren, I don't get the same result as you. Maybe this dome is too high. Maybe Mag Bam Truth knows more about it. Let's ask him.
High top. This is more it right here, and I told you, it made out of diamonds. The eye dome made out of diamond. The bam, bam, all domes everywhere. Bam, 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 bam. But take a look at it. It's the earth itself. You see, that's the real earth. The bam.
As the light's coming through, basically a lens causing what we see. So that's kind of my belief.
That is what your beliefs are. So you're not going to be sure what you're going to see at Antarctica. Clown.
Just like when I show the little glass dome and show how you can redirect light, just take that glass dome, half dome, put it into the light and kind of tip it back and forth, and you can see that light will move left and right drastically. Can I get that sign there? No. That was better before. I can see it. Oh, there it is, kind of right there. All right, see it there? My hand's in the way. We'll figure out a way to do this. Because I want to show you that you can, by moving it, that's why things displace. Right. So you see here now the light is way over there, right? And then if you move it over here now, we can trace that light and we can make it over here. So really, when you think of the sun and where you see it, it would all depend on what medium you're seeing through. To say the sun is there, well, it'd be the same as this being the medium that you're looking through, and then you telling me that my light is over here, right there. Well, it's not. It's over behind me there. But based on where you're at in this viewpoint, you can see that that light moves, which is what would be above us. I mean, yeah, you got people who say, we don't live in a glass paperweight. Nobody's saying that, but this emulates the same as the atmosphere. It's very small, but if you blew this up as big as the area that we're in.
You mean an area like Antarctica? Yeah. So you're not sure what you are going to see, and then claim a globe when you find the opposite rotation. You just explained us why this would happen. That's kind of strange. You explained us how this dome works and how our fission works with the so-called atmosphere.
And you use atmosphere the same as, which is that's what air is, right? Air can work as a lens. It can work. That's what the atmosphere is. It's really a lens.
And now you suddenly drop all those beliefs when you see a circling sun in Antarctica.
You made it sound like you're going to say the Earth is a globe.
I'm going to say that the Earth cannot be flat.
So it cannot be flat. So it must be a globe.
And it will show you that when you kind of put that above, put the stars down there, look from the bottom, and kind of start to turn it, and you'll notice that it creates two opposite twisty poles.
Is twisty pole something like touching Venus? You know, you and Y's are twisting Venus, twisting poles.
But it, and any of you said stuff, if it did circle, it would prove our model wrong. It won't prove our land wrong. It'll prove our sky model wrong.
Exactly. The presented sky model is wrong, which uses the mean celestial bodies.
That's how I look at it. It's not going to prove flat Earth wrong. It's going to prove flat Earth's theory on the sky model. And
so
if that
were true, then you would be able to show me one example of a flat ground map model idea conception that would allow for that to happen.
Are you deaf? He says sky model. What that got to do with some retard map? Are you demented, idiot?
Okay, I'm gonna think about it. And Dave Weiss says he's got the answer, so I'm gonna bring him in. But watch my show tomorrow. I'll get back to you on it tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Yep.
Good enough.
All right, thanks. Dave, welcome to the show.
Yo, what's up?
What up, foo?
Hey,
I say what?
I agree with a lot. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I want to say what?
What?
Yeah, there we go.
Right. So, I agree with a lot of what you're saying, but I wanna hold your feet to the fire on something. But let's address what this guy said.
Deleted programming says Jaren sounds like a glober demanding a model.
Well, hold on.
Yeah.
This guy. Let me turn on my camera here.
Yes.
So you can see that, right?
Yes.
All right. So he is showing a glober argument where he sees the observer sees the sun directly above him, and this is just demonstrating not the same thing he is, but it's going to show you the same thing. He shows another sun over here, and then the sun moves over. That's the sun moving straight across the sky. Nobody ever sees that.
If nobody see that, how do you know that is true?
And his problem, if you put the protractor in the corner like he had it, yeah, there's a problem with measuring 15 degrees. The problem is that's how they see the sun. Right? So the sun goes down due to perspective.
Always perspective. That's just bullshit. You cannot apply that on the celestial bodies. Perspective. Always perspective. So let's move 3 Earth sizes away. They are all visible. How big your Earth need to be to make perspective work?
Correct.
And it does go about 15 degrees per hour, maybe even exactly 15 degrees per hour until the very end.
No, it does not. Here we are, watching the sun on the 28th latitude, on the 38th longitude east, seeing the sun with an azimuth of 240, with an angular speed of 24.8 degrees.
Until it gets down to the bottom where that protractor was, the level of the Earth, it can never go below it. So it stops.
It slows
and
up,
as you've
yeah.
seen with my sun fade out video, it stops.
Right.
The sun stops in your fake video. Yeah, because it's a fake video. From all those thousands of videos, your video is the only one that show a sun stops in the sky. You are demented. Nobody ever see that, retard.
And most of the time, you've already lost it behind a physical land obstacle or a cloud deck or the atmospheric deck. So I've shown that it stops going down.
You have one video. Can you show me like 10 to convince me?
It's not. It's just going away, and it's perspective. He's not taking in perspective into
That's the answer.
into
Yes,
his
perspective.
measurement.
Oh, we should take perspective into account with our measurements. Perspective. How do we calculate perspective? So let's use this as an example. Here at the equator, at the equinox, we see the sunrise here until it's seen its highest point, and at the same moment on the other side people see the sun set or going down, and this is all at the same moment. So how do we calculate perspective in this case? Or we just ignore the celestial data and then use the word perspective? That is what you do, piece of shit.
Like the sun would have to go straight across, and you never see the sun move and stay at the same height from your point of view.
Let's use another point of view then. And how do we calculate this perspective? When the sun is traveling over the Tropic of Capricorn and people see the sunrise here, according to Wise, there is a measurement. So where is that measurement, Wise, to account for this kind of perspective? This could be like 60, 70, 80 degrees.
It's not. It's just going away, and it's perspective. He's not taking in perspective into
That's the answer. Yes,
his
perspective.
measurement. Whether you want to call that the personal atmospheric dome or not,
But do we think that it's moving straight across?
I think it's moving straight across. I mean, straight or in a curve, but in a day's time, I think it's at the same height all the way around.
Okay.
Straighter in the curve, you say? Your circling sun don't go straight, and going around is also not straight.
That's my opinion.
No, that is what you are pushing.
Right.
I mean, maybe it varies a little bit. Just like these lights. These lights are the same height.
Comparing street light with the sun. I never see the sun like that. moving away like that. If you represent the sun like this, then the sun would be like 5 times smaller at sunset.
But in his model, he's got them all going at the height of that top light.
Right.
From that that quarter inch from the top of the picture.
Okay.
And that's why his measurements aren't working.
Then show us how your measurements work.
And then the fact that the sun stops going down. I don't need to show you the sun fade out. You've seen it.
Yes.
It stops going down. And then the fact that the sun stops going down.
Yes.
It stops going down. It stops going up.
Yes.
It stops going.
Yes.
It stops going down.
Yes.
It stops going down. It stops going.
Yes.
It stops going down.
Yes.
It stops going up.
Did you see that, Wise? None of these sunsets show the sun was stopping. And even when the sun rises, you can't observe it.
That
Right.
goes along with perspective showing a sun level of across the level Earth going away. Perspective showing a sun going away. With me?
Agree. Yep.
All right, so just whatever caller was, think about it. I mean, it's good that you're trying to figure this stuff out, but you're looking at it orthographically, and orthographic vision does not exist.
Hold on. But you are doing the same. This is also an autocratic view.
Sideways vision, yes.
Sideways vision does not exist unless you can see the side of your face without a mirror or a camera. It doesn't exist.
Okay.
All right, so I want to ask you a couple questions about the sun observation.
Okay.
Right. It's pretty clear evidence that we have that we've seen the sun circle in the north. D. Marvel did it. We've seen millions of videos, not millions, but lots of videos.
Yes.
So it appears that the sun is circling. That could work on a globe Earth too.
No, the sun is not circling. How many times? We have to show you that.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay. I've also demonstrated when the sun's over Capricorn and it's over Sydney, I can call up my friend PK and say, hey, where's the sun? What time is it? And he says it's right over me and it's noon.
Oh, you're going to call PK and ask him if the sun is overhead. Maybe at the same moment, call flat side. Because he sees the sun rise in the direction between the 115 and 120 degrees. 118.5 degrees. And according to the data, 90 degrees to the east, the sun is overhead. After 10 years, you didn't came up with the idea to call somebody in South Africa. Are you too greedy to spend a couple of bucks to call to the other side of the world? And don't tell me you didn't know any flat earthers in the South. With 2 simple calls, you could have figured out your bullshit make no sense.
So we called it tracking the sun on a flat earth. Job says in the book of Job, one of the passages was, who can track the path of light? Do you remember that in the Bible? So what I did was I arranged with me and lots of people around the world through the internet to use their phones to film the sun and its path from all over the world. That's what we called it, because the Bible says it's flat. I said, your Bible is right, and the Bible says the world is flat. It's stationary, immovable. It's fixed on pillars, things like this. The earth is fixed in the Bible on pillars. That said, I'm kind of coming to the conclusion that the Bible might all be a bit nonsensical, if I'm honest. So what do you think about me tracking the sun?
Yes.
Like Job said. But I don't really believe in the Bible much. God seems to be quite a nasty person in the Bible.
Correct.
And so there is some truth with a circling sun. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely. What do you mean?
Okay.
No, scumbag, there is not a single truth about the circling mean sun.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you brought up that hey, gas pressure, without a container, but you brought up a great argument. Hey, if we measured curvature, you can't say it doesn't count because of gas pressure. Great point, except we're physically measuring curvature, right? That's a falsifier, right? If you could physically measure curvature.
Okay.
How far is the sun in the globe or flat earth model? Do you know?
If there is a sun circling between the tropics, then you can measure the distance to the sun on any time.
Very far in the globe?
How far exactly?
93 million.
No, come on.
What do you mean? You asked me how far it was in the globe model.
Well, how far do you think it is? In the flat earth model, how far is it?
Oh, not very far.
But we don't know is the answer.
According to your retard clock, the distance from the North Pole to the Tropic of Capricorn is about 12,600 kilometers or 7,800 miles. And if you move from the North Pole to the Tropic of Capricorn, where the sun is overhead, you can stand right under it. And according to your clock, you can exactly figure out how far the sun is.
It's closer than 93 million miles,
Okay.
but we don't know.
Right.
Because we can't touch it.
This clown traveled almost 8,000 miles from the North Pole. And now we have the sun overhead. And of course he cannot touch it. Because this clown is a little bit too small. So according to this clown, he knows the exact distance to the mean circling sun.
Correct.
Right? So comparing what we see in the sky to what we can physically measure on Earth is two different categories.
No, you cannot separate them. Because each coordinate on Earth is married to the coordinate of the celestial bodies.
But the most consistent thing that there is, by far, is the sun.
No, I'm with you. Listen, first, I want to go on the record. I don't think they're going to see a 24-hour sun. It would have been filmed already.
Right.
It would have been seen. You're right. And if they try to fake it, it's going to be worse than their videos.
Agreed.
It's going to be a disaster.
Agreed.
Okay. So I'm with you there. And I also understand why people are freaking out. People are freaking out because I think it's the way you said something and that I don't agree with, and which is, if you see a clear sun, circling around, and we know, and it wasn't faked, you made it sound like you're going to say the Earth is a globe.
I'm going to say that the Earth cannot be flat.
So it cannot be flat. So it must be a globe.
No, the Earth, that there's something wrong with our circling sun.
Yes, I'm telling you guys that for years. The circling sun is just a mean sun, a concept to make the globe go round.
So what the problem with that is that any flat map that there's ever been and ever will be has to push one thing out or the other, right? Either the north or the south.
Nothing wrong with maps. Maybe you should use the celestial data instead of a virtual sun.
The apparent motion of the sun is not uniform. For this reason, it would be difficult to construct a clock capable of keeping this irregular time. Therefore, a mean or imaginary sun is used. This mean sun is assumed to have a uniform rate of motion with respect to the Earth. The time measured by the mean or imaginary sun is called mean or civil time, and uses a mean or imaginary sun as its reference point.
Because technically you could have the South Pole at the center and push the north out to the edge. Okay.
But my point is, if we see the sun circling, that means our entire idea of what the sky is wrong.
Yeah, correct. But you keep pushing that bullshit.
Now,
The entire idea-
I would almost say it falsifies the circling sun, except there's a lot of evidence that there is a circling sun.
Give me your best reason, and I will put it in a model and showing you wrong.
It
We
falsifies
don't know. Like, if you look at Tomb of Illumination, he's talking about everything reflecting from the north. I know you think he's a little crazy.
Yeah, that's a total imbecile with his crap. I asked him how this would work on his retard model. He had no answer for it, because this is observed all at the same moment for an observer below the 65th latitude south.
But
because he's not giving actual real tangible evidence. Anybody can say the things he's saying, out and up and out, down and out. I mean, anybody can
I'm
say
with
that.
you. It doesn't. None of it's proven.
None of it is proven. So shut up about that bullshit. Jeez.
But seeing a sun, I don't think it's going to happen. But
Me neither.
seeing a sun circle in the south doesn't doesn't make the Earth not flat. It makes our model wrong.
Yeah, the sky model is wrong. Because you push the mean sun, remember?
Right, but okay, so what I'm trying to say is that if you think of the flat model, and if you're going to say that, if you're just going to say it only makes our model wrong, flat Earth could still be correct, then show one way that that's true.
Just follow the celestial data, the real data, instead of the mean data.
But you can't, because it falsifies it. It's not even difficult to figure out.
I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, and I don't want to go into speculate. You know, like, well, if some people think that the northern stars are counter-rotating. There's 4 rotations of them in the south.
Did he say 4 rotations in the south? No. Not in your model, idiot.
Could the sun be doing the same thing in the south?
Oh, now you want to separate the sun and the stars.
I don't know how that's possible.
Right. Because
I don't know if it's
you
not
know how
possible.
when we say you're looking at the North Stars and they go a certain direction, you have to be looking in that direction, correct? Like if you were looking south from the north, then your stars would be going a different direction. But we say if you're looking north, they go counterclockwise. If you're looking south, they go clockwise. So that's different than what the sun's doing.
That's not totally correct. I modeled up this star called Peacock on the 50 latitude south, and these are 2 hours intervals. And it's doing the same as the sun. With a different altitude, but it circles around the observer. Steps of 2 hours. And that makes a circle. And that makes the star circle just the way the sun do in the south.
Because it's the same direction for no matter what. If you're at the North Pole, the sun always moves left to right. Doesn't matter which direction you're looking. I'm looking south, I'm looking north, I'm looking east, I'm looking west. Doesn't matter. The sun's going around you left to right. So then, if 6 months later, I'm just gonna say, if 6 months later, now you're in another location on Earth and the sun's moving right to left, a circle around you, then you have to start wondering, how is that possible? How could that be possible that what we call the South and what we call the North has counter-rotating real suns?
Yeah, real suns, and not the mean sun, like you pushed for years.
Get a half dome glass paperweight, and it will show you that when you kind of put that above, put the stars down there, look from the bottom, and kind of start to turn it, and you'll notice that it creates 2 opposite twisty poles.
According to your own beliefs and your explanation, this could be the reason you think you're upside down.
So if we have something like that over us, which we do in the personal atmospheric dome, and could it act like a lens? Certainly seems like that's what they say it does. Kind of start to turn it, and you'll notice that it creates 2 opposite twisty poles.
Do you remember you did an experiment, just a demonstration where you put a glass of water in front of something and it flipped it and made it go the opposite direction?
Correct.
Right, the arrow or whatever.
Can you debunk that bullshit, Jeren?
Right, but there's no, that happens because you're doing something. So I poured water, it flipped the arrow. Or you move that glass thing in front of the arrow and it flips the arrow. So
my point is,
hold on, but nothing can happen like that in real time. How would you be looking at an arrow looking one direction and then magically it switches to the other direction and you didn't see it happen?
Exactly. Now you debunked 3 things in a row of his bullshit.
No, I'm with you.
Oh, why you mention it in first instance, idiot?
I don't know, like in the south, do we ever see the same sun that we see in the north coming from another direction? I think we do. But what I'm saying is,
wait, what was you saying?
Like maybe when you're that far south, the sun, the apparent sun that we see, is completely different than the one that's in the north.
Yeah, what the fuck did he say? 2 seconds ago. He said the quite opposite.
I don't know, like in the south, do we ever see the same sun that we see in the north coming from another direction? I think we do. The sun, the apparent sun that we see, is completely different than the one that's in the north.
I wonder how much of his viewers hear this. What an idiot.
I don't know. My point is, listen, that's
Yeah, but people
I-
can track the sun, right? People can track it, meaning that, like, let's say that it's going above Australia. Well, there's a bunch of people in Australia that would be there, and they would say, "We see the sun; it's above our head." And then
Of
people,
course.
okay, then people in Antarctica that are looking north would see the same sun.
Would these clowns see the same sun? What about Flatsoid? Seeing this sun? Which sun you guys choose? This one? Or this one?
It wouldn't
well,
be.
is it the same sun?
So what are you saying? There
is
would be a
it-
different sun. So then,
Well, wait, hold on a second. I think we're on the same page where we say the sun that we see is an apparent sun.
So the sun we see is the apparent sun. I never heard something dumb like that. So along this whole longitude during the equinox, the sunrise rises 90 degrees east for each observer at the same moment. Do you idiots understand? Each location have its own 90 degrees east, and you cannot combine 390 degrees east into one. Not even the Globetrotters are doing that. Jeez. And at the same moment, these guys observe the sunrise. Some idiot clown here observe the sun overhead at the same moment. And at the same moment, these 3 guys on this boat see the sunset 270 west. And this is all happening at the same moment. Can you tell me which one is the non-apparent sun?
Like a projection of the real sun?
A projection of the real sun. Jeren, can you rebuttal this, please?
I don't know if I'd say that anymore. I'm not looking. Have you looked at Crow's footage? What do you think that he's doing? Is lying, or do you think that those
No,
are real?
I was talking to Crow the other day, and he's saying that
Now you're a stuttering spastic. You're stuttering like a stupid spastic. That's what you are, spaz.
he said that one of them could be an apparent sun. The other one could be the source. He's not
No.
sure.
I'm talking about the footage that he has of the sun with the hydrogen alpha telescope.
Yeah.
Well, he's only seen one of those suns, so he's not saying that one of those suns.
No. He's talking about 2 suns, but
Yeah, but he's okay. The 2 suns thing, just so people are all on the same page, is always close to the original sun. There's never been an observation where, like, the sun's over there and over there.
Indeed, not a single observer is seeing 2 suns.
Right? He's talking about if you can see the sun, you go a little bit left of it and up, and then you can see the source sun behind it.
People have the most crazy ideas. They have no clue what they are seeing. They just make up bullshit. And that crap is easy to debunk, of course.
Right?
you know when you show your ray tracing diagram with all the little personal atmospheric domes, how many suns are there?
Well, each person sees one.
Exactly, Jeranism. Here you have it. And don't think this will work on a globe, because the data shows these lines are not really parallel, but after 93 million miles, those lines can be diverging with millions of miles. Hey Jeren, do you think that is proof of a globe?
Right. So my point is, we don't know what the sky does that far in the south.
Yes, we do. We just have to follow the celestial data.
I'm with you. I don't think it shows the sun circling around our heads. I'm with you. And going down and looking at this, I don't think they can fake it. There, I sent you a picture today of the sun setting. There's no way that they can fake that. There's 0.00% chance. Now, could the sky be whited out the whole time and we just see a bright spot in the sky?
But that's evidence for us. That's evidence for us, and now it's become not really, because nobody cares. It's like we should be excited to get new information. If our model is wrong, we should want to know that.
Let me send you some information about the model you are going to believe in after they found the circling sun in the Antarctica. Maybe you're going to figure out this globe model is not totally correct also. Here, at the equinox, at 7:12 UT, plus 7 hours, the sun of an azimuth of 86.41. And at the same moment, at 5:12, in time zone plus 5, the sun of an azimuth of 94.96. And that is more than 8 degrees angular separation. So that means after 93 million miles, the angular separation between those two lines is almost 14 million miles. Yeah, that's according to the data. I don't made it up. And then we have these Oakley fans. This guy, T Brown, saying I use globe data. This is a total imbecile. So I use globe data that debunks the globe. 100% a troll.
Below the video.
Piece of shit.
We don't want to be like, oh, just hide it from us. We don't want to know if our model's wrong.
But here's what happened with most flat earthers, and I think, I mean, I'm speaking for, even happened with me.
Okay.
We're so used to being fucked over by globers and dishonesty and NASA and everything.
You guys fucked over a lot of people the last 8, 9, 10 years. You guys were holding people back to look in other options. And now you wasted like 10 years of their time.
And basically, we immediately, our antennas went up on this one more than any other thing that's ever come up. Like, this is gonna be something dishonest. So everyone is like, okay, they're gonna do something. And everyone's freaking out.
I don't freak out. In fact, I like it to see that biblical circling sun bullshit getting destroyed. Because those religious fleurs have destroyed the flat earth the last 10 years. They broke it beyond repair. So I like it.
Right?
Okay.
Everyone's freaking out. So I think some people overreacted. I may even have overreacted a little bit. I was like, this is bullshit, but I still think Will is not not doing it for the reasons he says he's doing it. That's my opinion. I have no proof otherwise.
Right.
So.
Well, I mean, I haven't seen anything that really tells me. I mean, yeah, he's got some marks against him for sure, and
he's teamed up with Bob the Science Guy. That's weird.
Where they seem? What do you mean?
I mean, he's endorsing Bob, the science guy, who's Bob put in a suggestion or something.
Oh, you better watch out, Wise. After Jeren have discovered the circling sun in the south and not discovered the celestial data, he might become friends with Bob, the science guy. And again, in a so-called false model.
Oh,
and
Duffy's been wrong about what he's been saying recently. I haven't talked to him about it, but he's wrong when he talks about the setting sun and where it would be in the angles and the shadows. He doesn't understand the model.
I have a question. Why does he pulse forward every time he's talking? He's sitting there rocking forward like a autistic retard.
I don't know.
Who cares? You seems to be retarded also.
I don't watch his videos.
Does that annoy you?
I try not to watch his videos.
All right, good for you. Me neither.
So,
I saw Bob the Science Guy. Look, I gotta watch this.
Well, Bob the Science Guy is one of the 24, isn't he?
Yeah, well, one of the 24, sure. And Bob the Science Guy just, I don't know if you want me to say it or not, but I'm gonna.
Yeah.
He showed up on the scene, right? Why he had charges against him for prescribing, narcotics to women for sexual favors.
That's brilliant. You write something on the paper and you have free sex. I love Bob.
And then it disappeared and he became a full-time anti-flat earther, right? Weird.
Why you call it weird? The flat earth also have some ex-con men. Like ODD. Did you forget that? So it's not weird. This is how the scene works. They're all paying shills. They did something in the past and now they're paying off their debt. Or prison time. Or bullshitting on YouTube. That's called paying trolls. Not paid trolls. Because they get money.
Weird. I'll just say that's weird.
Yeah, I would agree.
It's not too different than what I've been saying is going on.
Dave has been saying that for a long time. Dave says for a long time that there's people that they hire to do things. But I think that then what you're saying, if I'm to believe that, then somebody had to approach Duffy and say to him, hey, by the way, the Earth's flat and we're lying to people and telling them that it's a globe and we need you to take some flat Earth guys down to Antarctica. We're going to fake the sun down there so that then they come back and we hope that solves everything and nobody ever goes to Antarctica again. I mean, it's insane. It's dumb.
Well, there's I don't know. It's a longer discussion, but I think there's different ways that it could be presented, with shit that's going on in the world and saying, hey, you help us with this and you'll be in the elite section, when the shit hits the fan. And they're right. All of it doesn't matter. There is no circling sun.
There is a circling sun. Oh, you mean there's no circling sun in Antarctica? Gotcha.
There is no circling sun in Antarctica, as he's claiming it is. So
no, but do you think that? Tell me this: if somebody's a glober, right, and they believe in the globe heavily, then wouldn't they be very cocky that there has to be a 24-hour sun in Antarctica?
This is where you and I disagree. Okay. I don't believe McToon thinks the Earth is a globe. I don't think Fight the Flat Earth thinks it's a globe.
I think that's insane. So you think he just every day Toon gets on his channel and calls Austin a liar and points out all these things about science and he doesn't believe it?
We can argue all day on this one. And by the way, I might be wrong.
But name one person that does that. Like who just spends...
McToon and Fight the Fat Shirt.
Thank you. Okay, I didn't mean evidence from the exact person we're talking about. But I get it. I don't think that makes any sense to me. I can't imagine every day
you can't imagine a lot of things, Jaren, because this world is fucked up and there's people that'll do shit for many motivation reasons.
Tell me about you guys' motivation. Why you kept pushing that bullshit for the last 8, 9, 10 years.
And you might not be able to see it.
But have you looked at what Toon, have you watched Toon, like what he knows about the globe? So you're saying that he went and learned a bunch of stuff about the globe that he thinks is not true?
I think that he is a smart guy as far as, making arguments. He's like a lawyer, right? It doesn't matter innocent or not. He's going to fight his case. The guy is disingenuous. Every show he starts out is, no flat earther could explain the sunset.
Right.
Okay. That makes him a liar.
I agree with you. So
that makes him a liar.
I'm not going to stand up for McToon, But he is clearly not a liar in this subject. You cannot explain the sunset and sunrise. And you are responsible. Because you pushed that circling mean sun yourself. And now he asks you to explain it. And you can't. Do you think I'm not seeing this retard game of yours? You, McToon, Jeranism, and 99% of the flat earthers and ballers. They're in the same team.
Right, but it makes him a globe believer who's trying to push his model.
I think it's more nefarious than
So
that.
you think it's a
That's-
flat
we'll find that
earther
out
who's
one
saying
day.
that thing to turn people? I mean, I just can't even picture that being the case. I just can't picture it.
Here's the thing. It's okay. I'm glad you believe it's the other way. I could go back and forth. I don't know. But if I had the gun to my head right now, I'd say he knows he's lying.
So you don't know? But if we held a gun to your head, you are going to say he's a liar. That's some good old word salad again.
Okay?
Okay.
Right?
Again,
And
you don't
that-
believe
that-
that those are liabilities to the powers that be.
Oh, I believe they're all liabilities. But I think
But not
that,
a true believer. A true believer isn't a liability. They're never going to see that they're wrong.
No, a true believer could be shown evidence that makes him flip.
Not really, because think about these guys who have degrees. They never see it. This is the point is that they've set up the world this way on purpose. That by giving these guys papers and telling them that they're very smart, they're not going to let you on YouTube come out and say everything you've learned in school is wrong. They're going to immediately put up that block. It's what your brain does on purpose. It's what your brain just.
No, I get you. All right, we don't need to argue about that. I'm
Okay.
just saying I'm still on the he knows side. All right. So another thing you brought up, maybe not today, but another day,
Okay.
is why are flat earthers, saying, "Oh, the sun's reflecting. It's doing this. It's doing that." Why are we all scrambling?
The reason is you pushed the wrong model for 8, 9, 10 years. And since you held them back to do their own research, they're scrambling now. Before they came on YouTube, they were quite normal. And then they found you on YouTube and you totally brainwashed them. And now they are dumber than before they entered YouTube. You understand that?
Trying to find an explanation, and the Globers are not doing that at all.
No, because they are totally brainwashed. They think the celestial data represent the ball.
And the answer is, one, we've been fucked over so many times.
I don't think I
But
said that, but anyway.
No, you did. You said because you said we're gonna make it so that if the sun does set, the Globers will say, well, that doesn't disprove the globe,
You're full of shit. You just made it up, idiot.
because we're coming up with so many different scenarios.
Who you mean with we? You mean you and your flat earth shield friends. You come up with all kinds of bullshit. Yeah, like sun simulators and reflections.
And the reason we
I think you're talking about somebody else. But anyway.
No, it was you. The reason we can speculate about a reflecting sun, and stuff is because we live in an enclosed system. That's our belief. That's our understanding.
Correct.
And with a glass ceiling and an apparent sun and personal atmospheric domes, we get to experiment with all that. The
Yes.
globe doesn't. The globe has a ball with gas and a vacuum, and it is what it is. They don't get to speculate on reflections in a dome.
Agree. I think you're talking about somebody else.
All right, maybe not.
Because you're saying I said that we look bad because we're.
Because why are all the flat earthers, or maybe it was Will Duffy that said it? Why are we all coming up with all of these other ideas?
These ideas are being created somewhere, and you guys put them into the flat earth and brainwash the flat earth sheeple. This is what you're doing.
That are outside of our, what we've been saying for 10 years. And the answer is because we've been screwed over so many times,
Oh, yeah.
we're trying to figure it out.
No, I don't have a problem with that. In fact, I
Maybe
encouraged
it's
it. Remember, I told people if
Yeah.
you can find, find a way to do it. And Joe Hanvey did it. Tried to make a
Joe
couple
was
valiant-
trying. You got to give Joe credit, man.
Give
He's
him
working
credit.
hard on that.
Yep. No, he's definitely trying hard. And that's what we need people to do. But I think the more people that do it, the more they'll see that this is a a problem for our current map. And again, would I come back and say it's a globe? I certainly would never come back and say we're moving. I would not come back and say we've been to the moon or that NASA's real or anything like that. But I would say that if we came back and saw the sun circling my head for 3 days, that the model that I've been pushing is wrong.
99% of the shit you guys push is totally wrong.
That's what I
The
would
model
say.
we've been there. I'll accept that. The model we've been pushing, the model of the sun in the sky that we've been pushing is wrong. We don't understand it. That's for sure.
Stop saying we. Because you make those gullible flat earthers think the same. We as flat earthers. We don't know.
Correct. But then
That's fine.
would you say based on that observation that the globe directly calls for that to happen?
But that doesn't matter. The globe calls for a lot of things that do happen, and so does flat Earth.
Correct,
right?
but there's
There's
not
two-
one
there's-
that's mutually exclusive. Do you understand what mutually exclusive means?
Yeah, I do, but it doesn't matter. Well, you say it's mutually exclusive from our understanding. The problem is it doesn't like.
Okay, but if it wasn't, then somebody would be able to come up with a way and say, look, it could be this, and then everybody go, oh yeah, it could be that.
That is what you guys do. It can be this, it can be that. But none of you look at the celestial data. You guys are two clowns.
But if you can't,
And so you don't think that's a possibility that could happen in the future?
I think it's possible, but not if you actually think about it and understand what a flat Earth calls for.
Let me guess. It calls for the circling sun that you have pushed the last 10 years. Is that correct?
Because you have to have a North Pole in the center. I mean, how are you going to do away with that on a flat Earth?
Well,
Right.
that works on a flat Earth, and the
Okay,
evidence.
hold on.
of
I'm
it
not
is
saying
there.
that. I'm saying, right, so we can't do away with that. So that's your starting point of any flat map. You have to have the North
Yeah,
Pole
but
at the
that's
center.
all the same on a globe too. You need North Pole at the center.
Totally agree. So I'm saying,
Yeah.
then with that, we have to spread out the south. It's the only thing possible, right?
If you fold open the globe and call it a flat earth map, then yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you have a
And
map.
all the sailboat races, all the evidence, all of that, the plane flights,
Right.
everything kind of supports that. Time
Definitely.
zones,
Correct.
32 of them.
Correct. So you have a map now with a North Pole center and a south that's on the outskirts.
Yep.
So how could the sun circle the Earth in 24 hours, which it must do? We know it does.
No, there is totally zero proof. The sun is going around in 24 hours. The only thing you see is the sun appearing at the horizon and disappearing at the horizon.
Because there's 4 counter-rotating suns that are reflected from the inner north outside of the Tropic of Capricorn that we don't get to see from the north.
Oh, you slipped in some bullshit. Reflective from the inner north.
There's an answer, which is crazy.
Wait, 4 counter suns? What?
Yeah, what?
Yeah. So the sun and the stars are reflected into the south and doing their own counter rotation in the 4
Okay,
the
so
4
when
corners
it's-
of the earth, or the 4, what do they call it? The 4 quarters of
yeah,
the
and I
earth.
thought about that, but let's think about it real quick. So if it's December, and so where's the sun in the north that is reflecting the one in the south? The one in the south is
So-
the only one, because the north
Well,
is
from
dark.
The south, you only see that sun.
Okay, but from the
you
north,
see
let's
that-
say in California and New York, where we are.
Here's what Crow said to me the
Hold on,
other
but
day.
would we see it?
No, because they would kind of come around in unison, right? The sun would be circling around, coming around towards where you are in Antarctica, right?
Hold on
Or,
a second. I'm
going
wait,
over
wait, wait,
Australia.
wait. Hold on. I just want to be on the same page. We're talking about the southern summer, so December, right?
Right.
Do you and I see a sun from where we are in December? From California, from New York? Yes, we see the sun.
Yeah, of course. But
Okay.
they don't see that sun.
But we
No,
can.
but
You can
Jared,
follow
Jared,
it. You can follow
we
the
don't need
sun.
to walk. We don't need to walk through the whole thing.
Yeah, but you can
I
follow
hear
the
you.
sun. What you're saying is that you're just now making up new things. Like we're seeing different, but we know what the sun is. In fact, if you walk from New York down south, you would walk until the sun was above your head when you got to Australia. So it is that sun. How could it not be?
Has anyone ever done that?
Sure, planes do it all the time. Planes fly and follow the sun.
You know what? I agree. I think this is the conversation is pointless. But my point of the conversation
Hmm.
is, if you saw a light go around your head,
It's not a light; it's the sun.
the sun. You know, if you saw the sun, right, and it wasn't just behind the heavy clouds or something. It's like
Right, clear as could be.
Clear as could be. The flat Earth model we have is wrong,
Correct.
but it doesn't make the Earth a ball.
Okay, so then what we're saying is then it has to be flat, but it can't be any more a North Pole at the center, South Pole at the edge.
We don't know. It means
What do
that
you mean
our
we don't know?
entire model is wrong.
Yep, exactly. Because our model starts with the North Pole at the center, pushes Antarctica to the outside. So
Well-
the question becomes, how can you draw another flat map? And Lady Blount tried it, and these guys all tried it, and they could never make it work.
But I'm with you.
Now you mention a couple of idiots, Jeranism. Jeez. I can make it work for you, no problem.
But here's the problem is we got stars, we got planets, we have the sun in the sky, and we
Regardless
don't
of
know
that,
what any of them are.
doesn't matter what it is. Doesn't matter if the sun is a bowl of piss.
And then you'll be talking pee like we are. And so maybe peeing is good for you.
It does.
No, I heard you say that, but it doesn't matter what they like. We don't know if they're physical. We don't know what they are. So that kind of opens up a lot of possibilities that we may not be able to understand.
We do not understand. We. Are you trying to brainwash your viewers and Jeranism viewers?
Now, listen,
But-
I don't want to go to, hey, listen, it works, but we don't understand how it works. I don't want to go there.
Right.
Because we're not going to see a circling sun.
I agree with you.
But
Let's just stick to that. I think speculating over something that we're not going to see is ridiculous because it's making other people start to fear that that's what we're going to see.
No,
I mean,
I got it.
Ian, what's his name? Ian, was messaging me, and I had to ask him, like, what are you?
Leahy?
Yeah, he was like, almost sounded really afraid.
Yeah, some can be afraid, especially those weak-minded that follow your channels. You have totally brainwashed them with the circling sun, and now they are scared.
And you know what? Here's the thing is, a lot of people are afraid
Right? Why am I not?
because you're thinking rationally.
It just there's too much evidence that we will not see it.
I know.
And if
Darren, have we ever been screwed over by Globers?
Yeah, we're being screwed by the flat earthers and the globers. The ones that doing debates with each other. Endlessly debates. And showing really nothing. Only talk about circling suns, gas pressure, and more of that nonsense.
Yes, many times.
Have you?
Yes.
Okay. So you have a little thicker skin. You've got maybe
the difference between this is
maybe because of that Netflix thing.
Yeah, Jeren screwed us over with the Netflix thing. And now he's acting. He was not part of it.
You're able to see this clearer than most.
Well, it's really easy to screw somebody like they did with me and Netflix. Like, would I ever sign an NDA again that says you can use my likeness and whatever you want and any way you want? Never. Right? So if we get down there and Duffy's like, hey, sign this document, we're going to use your, I'm saying, yeah, right. You're not going to, I'll never sign that. So, like, there's enough things for me to know that they would have to either A, fake the sun, which would be very difficult, possibly catastrophic.
That's where they're gonna. If they try to fake it, that's gonna be the best thing that ever happened to us.
Right. Number two, they're going to have to cancel the trip, which should be a great celebration. Now, at this point, I think it'll just kind of fizzle away. Three would be that they cloud up the sky the entire time we're down there. We already have Duffy on record saying that's evidence of a flat Earth.
What the fuck is he saying? They clouded the sky? Oh, you mean artificial clouds? You mean flying water? In this case, frozen flying water. Yeah. Do you monkeys understand? Water always have more molecular weight as air.
Again,
Well, I don't even think that's evidence of flat Earth because every video I've seen from that place shows cloudy skies. I haven't seen a single blue sky video. Not that there's not. I
Right.
just haven't seen.
I see some. So you're telling me, for all these years, you are in the flat earth scene and researching videos of Antarctica and not come across them?
yeah, I guess in December it really shouldn't be cloudy there. I mean, it kind of doesn't make sense, right?
So you two retards, believing in the globe earth water cycle, water vaporizes up and create clouds. And in Antarctica it freezes, so there would be a minimum of water evaporation. So how they can create so much clouds? Or you morons think this magic water vapor comes floating in from 1,000 miles?
But anyway,
All right.
just to me, it seems like there's enough things in place with this observation. And then again, because I used to worry, like, oh, how do you know where you're going to end up? If you fly down to to Antarctica, how do you know where they're taking you? The way that this trip is set up, you know, right? You're taking a plane to Punta Arenas. You know that you're there. It's only a 4.5-hour flight.
I get it.
Yeah.
I know where. That's going to be pretty hard to trick you.
It's very easy not to get tricked. If we use a website like this, and we are in Punta Arenas, and we know the depart time, then we can exactly find out in which direction we fly, in reference to the sun.
Right. So I just think that there's
no matter
enough,
where they take
and that's why a second flat earther there is also important, because they'd have to fool you both. Now again, the one thing that people keep saying is, what if they brainwash you or MK Ultra you? Yeah, that I can't predict.
Oh, spooky, MK Ultra. I can't imagine people today believe in that bullshit. I bet they have read some government documents. Yeah, me too. About the moon landing.
Daddy, that's why you already know I've talked to you about how to know that I've been compromised, right?
Well, it's not difficult to notice you've been compromised. Your ass hurt. And McGeegan is laughing.
Yes. Good. Yes. So that's it.
All right. Last thing.
Yes.
Who's more of a Jew, me
You.
or you?
All right. That was Dave Weiss, everybody.
Jesus Christ. What a moron. And you too, Jeranism.
Let's look at this real quick, just so we can follow along here. If you look at this map, I drew a little thing here. Let me get my pointer. Here it's 6 p.m. Here, I'm sorry. Yeah. Here's 12 noon, 6 p.m., 12 midnight, and 6 a.m.
Oh no, not again this shit. Are you doing this each stream, showing the same crap? Why don't you do it for the globe? You know, with the angles. I just have provided you. Let's create a globe and add 2 lines. Those 2 lines to the sun have an angle of separation of 8.55 degrees and a length of 93 million miles. And then after 93 million miles, the angle of separation between the 2 lines is about 14 million miles.
You made it sound like you're going to say the Earth is a globe.
I'm going to say that the Earth cannot be flat.
So it cannot be flat. So it must be a globe.
Flurfs are idiots.
We're living on a disk, floating through space, with a tiny sun.
Thank you for joining me once again.
Hey, dummy! Are you retarded or just plain stupid? Get the flag!
Run, piece of shit! Run! Run, piece of shit!
Beep, beep. Beep, beep.
Run, piece of shit! Run!
Now you wouldn't believe it if I told you.
I can run like the wind blows.
Hey idiot, you're going to trip over your bed. Oh, oops!
Gentlemen, we can rebuild him. We have the technology. We have the capability to make the world's first bionic man. Better than he was before. Better, stronger, faster.
But I will be undergoing an amputation at some time in the relatively close future, 18 months to 2 years. My dick is completely and utterly fucked, beyond all repair. I've got a bunch of pins in my dick that have caused even more problems. Yeah, basically, my left shoulder and my left knee don't work at all, really.
Assuming gas go down, go boom boom, my friend.
My left arm's also fucked, so
Is he hurt? Electrostatic? Sorry, electrostatic non sequiturs making gas go down, go boom boom now, is it?
I may be having my left leg amputated above the knee. I'm not entirely sure yet. There's a lot of physio going on. And it's all to do with something that happened in the military. So yeah, I'm physically disabled here on my left side. I can't really walk around. I need to use my walking stick. Having my leg amputated. And this is something that I'm going to be dealing with over the next 6 months to a year of my life, maybe a bit longer. I needed it. I was a fat fuck, and I'm having my leg amputated, so reasons.
You're having your leg amputated?
Yes. It's dead. Lefty's going.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Thank you, I appreciate it, but it's something I'm actually looking forward to happening because it will increase my quality of life exponentially. Once I've gone through it and got a prosthetic and stuff, I'll be able to do things again like walk. Getting my leg amputated and everything, having my left leg above the knee amputated. The journey that I am taking in preparing for having my leg amputated, dealing with going through the process of having my leg amputated, and because of the amount of pain that I'm in all of the time and the way it's affecting my life, the only way to deal with what's going forward is to have my leg amputated. And it was being dealt with before COVID, and then COVID happened, and then things got left by the wayside, and so I've had to deal with the pain longer, and there's been other things happen that have made the pain worse. The whole situation of going to get it amputated and stuff is underway. I've got a psychiatric assessment soon for that also. What we're working towards is me having my left leg amputated above the knee. So the only option left for me is to have my leg amputated. As well as my knee, I've also got my shoulder injury, which is another chronic pain thing that can't ever be fixed. I can't deal with my shoulder and my knee. The best option that we've come up with is to have my leg amputated, which is going to be happening. My left arm's also fucked, so I've got problems with that. I wake up, the first sensation I have is pain. Before I go to sleep, the last sensation I have is pain.
Absolutely. Axolotl says, have some coffee delivered to Craig's house. Well, we did, and Dave McKeegan was the one that mainly did it, and I sent some money, and Heat Shield did, and I forgot the other.
I live my life in agony, 24 hours a day. I wake up, the first sensation I have is pain. I wake up, the first sensation I have is pain.
Stop playing with yourself, Craig.
I wake up, the first sensation I have is pain.
Oh, he's waking up. Yeah, put on your glasses. Show us your pain, Craig. The comedian. Oh, look at his face. In total distress. From the pain.
Before I go to sleep, the last sensation I have is pain. 72-hour mark of sleep deprivation, no thank you.
And this is just before you took that 5.5 hour nap. This is not a face in pain. Comedic clown.
I suffer. I wake up in pain. I go to sleep in pain.
Assuming gas go down, go boom boom, my friend.
My left arm's also fucked, so...
Is he hurt? Electrostatic? Sorry, electrostatic non sequiturs making gas go down, go boom boom now, is it? Sorry.
My left arm's also fucked, so...
Stupid shit.
You know, I can't deal with my shoulder.
Gas go down, go boom boom. Gas go down, go boom boom.
My left arm's also fucked, so... You know, I can't deal with my shoulder.
Gas go down, go boom boom. Gas go down, go boom boom.
With my shoulder.
Is he hurt? Electrostatic?
Sorry, electrostatic non sequiturs making gas go down, go boom boom now, is it? Stupid shit.
My left arm's also fucked,
You
so...
saying non sequitur, but you're
So gas is going down, go boom boom, or is this non sequitur?
sequitur.
Yeah, it's non sequitur if gas is not going down, go boom boom. Is gas going down, go boom boom?
My left arm's also fucked, so...
No one claims that gas goes down, go boom.
You do, you claim there's a bias.
You know, I can't deal with my shoulder. Sometimes I struggle to even stream, and I have, you know, it gives me anxiety and stress and stuff because I'm in agony all the time. And you know, I've talked a lot about having my leg amputated, and it looks like it's finally going ahead. So it's gone back now to the start of me speaking to the GP to actually get the process going. So the doctor's written to the surgeons to talk about the next step of having my leg removed.
Assuming gas go down, go boom boom, my friend.
My left arm's also fucked. A lifelong chronic injury in my shoulder. I have pain in my shoulder 24 hours a day.
Yeah, and an apple fell on his shoulder.
You want to see my surgery scars on my shoulder? It dislocates often. It's damaged. So
Is he hurt? Electrostatic?
Sorry, electrostatic non sequiturs making gas go down, go boom boom now, is it?
Yeah, and an apple fell on his shoulder.
So I have chronic pain already, and I have to deal with my leg.
Sorry.
My left arm's also fucked, so
Stupid shit.
you know, I can't deal with my shoulder.
Gas go down, go boom boom.
Yesterday, on my good knee, I managed to completely tear away my meniscus and tear in half my patella ligament. My left leg and left shoulder pretty much don't work. My left shoulder also doesn't work.
Gas go down, go boom boom.
My left arm's also fucked, so you know, I can't deal with my shoulder. Absolute abject agony. My shoulder injury from the Navy is constant pain. Even worse, my knee injury.
Go down, go boom boom. Gas go down, go boom boom.
My shoulder.
Is he hurt? Electrostatic?
24 hours a day, it never goes away. Serious pain in my shoulder and my knee.
Penis on his shoulder.
Sorry, electrostatic non sequiturs making gas go down, go boom boom now, is it? Stupid shit.
I have a severe injury in both my left shoulder and my left knee that leaves me in agony every second of my life. All right, my left arm's also fucked.
You saying non sequitur, but you're
So gas is going down, go boom boom, or is this non sequitur?
sequitur.
Yeah, it's non sequitur if gas is not going down, go boom boom. Is gas going down, go boom boom?
I'm in chronic pain, my knee and my shoulder, every single day of my life, every second of my life, and it sucks beyond belief. My left arm's also fucked. So
No one claims that gas goes down, go boom.
You do, you claim there's a bias.
you know, I can't deal with my shoulder. I can't use my left shoulder very much because of all the damage and surgery I've had on there.
Assuming gas go down, go boom boom, my friend.
My left arm's also fucked. So
Is he hurt? Electrostatic?
because just doing this gave me a massive headache. That's on top of the extra injuries that I've given myself this year, including extreme tendonitis, damaging my good knee, waiting for the surgery on my left knee, hurting my shoulder, hurting my back, getting ill several times.
Sorry, electrostatic non sequiturs making gas go down, go boom boom now, is it?
As well as my shoulder injury from the military, my knee injury, which is, you know, a massive ongoing thing, and still in the process of having it removed eventually. My good knee has sustained an injury, which is causing me quite a lot of pain.
Sorry.
My left arm's also fucked, so
Stupid shit.
you know, I can't deal with my shoulder.
Gas go down, go boom boom. Gas go down, go boom boom.
My left arm's also fucked, so you know, I can't deal with my shoulder.
Gas go down, go boom boom. Gas go down, go boom boom.
My shoulder.
Is he hurt? Electrostatic?
Sorry, electrostatic non sequiturs making gas go down, go boom boom now, is it? Stupid shit.
My left arm's also fucked,
You
so
saying non sequitur, but you're
So gas.
God, dude, I'm sorry. Oh, fucking hell. I'm struggling with pain today, guys. I dislocated my shoulder yesterday. It's a thing that happens relatively regularly. Hasn't happened for a little bit, but yeah, it came out yesterday when gone out for a drive with the kids to McDonald's, and I was passing them food behind me and just moving my arm back that way. Pop! Had to go to A&E and have it put back in, so I'm struggling with pain a bit.
Oh, you're struggling with pain of a dislocated shoulder. Let's rewind this video and see how much pain you have.
Assuming gas go down, go boom boom, my friend.
My left arm's also fucked, so
Is he hurt? Electrostatic? Sorry, electrostatic non sequiturs making gas go down, go boom boom now, is it? Sorry.
my left arm's also fucked, so
Stupid shit.
I can't deal with my shoulder.
Gas go down, go boom boom. Gas go down, go boom boom.
My left arm's also fucked, so I can't deal with my shoulder.
Gas go down, go boom boom. Gas go down, go boom boom.
My shoulder.
Is he hurt? Electrostatic? Sorry, electrostatic non sequiturs making gas go down, go boom boom now, is it? Stupid shit.
My left arm's also fucked, so
non sequitur, but you're... so gas is going down, go boom boom, or is this non sequitur? Sequitur. Yeah, it's non sequitur if gas is not going down, go boom boom. Is gas going down, go boom boom?
Oh, fucking hell. I'm struggling with pain today, guys. I dislocated my shoulder yesterday. It's a thing that happens relatively regularly. Hasn't happened for a little bit, but yeah, it came out yesterday when gone out for a drive with the kids to McDonald's, and I was passing them food behind me and just moving my arm back that way. Pop! Had to go to A&E and have it put back in, so I'm struggling with pain a bit. My left arm's also fucked, so I can't deal with my shoulder.
Gas go down, go boom boom. Gas go down, go boom boom.
My shoulder.
Is he hurt? Electrostatic? Sorry, electrostatic non sequiturs making gas go down, go boom boom now, is it? Stupid shit.
My left arm's also fucked, so
non sequitur, but you're... so gas is going down, go boom boom, or is this non sequitur? Sequitur. Yeah, it's non sequitur if gas is not going down, go boom boom. Is gas going down, go boom boom?
my left arm's also fucked, so
No one claims that gas goes down, go boom. You do, you claim there's a bias.
I can't deal with my shoulder.